If I could buy one lens this year, well, I know what it would be. We're gonna go over that and more today in my 2025 camera gear lineup. So in the past, I've talked about my minimalist approach to wedding photography gear, but if you've watched my 2024 Wrapped video, then you know that I shoot a wide variety of things. And so as you can imagine, I do have a diverse gear lineup. So today we're gonna talk about what gear I'm using this year for each of my top 4-ish categories. Now, unless I get a new camera, everything I shoot this year is going to be on my Canon EOS R6, which I'm using to shoot this video with. Otherwise, let's dive into everything else I'm using for all the other categories this year. Let's talk about weddings. So I'm keeping things somewhat similar. I'm doing probably a one lens, one camera body setup with my camera and my 24-70 2.8 lens, as opposed to my 24-105 4.0 that I've used in the past. I have really enjoyed having a little bit shallower depth of field, so we are using that this year. I will also be using my wireless trigger and 3 flashes, and that's about it. I find it's easier when I carry around less gear on my body, but also it just helps me be a little bit more in the moment so I can capture things in a more journalistic style more easily. Let's talk about real estate. For that, I use my 16mm f2.8, which is what I'm using to film this video. I love this little lens. It is not very expensive, and I use it for all of my realty. So I've used it at every realty shoot for like a couple years. It does not leave my camera when I am on these shoots. I also have a wireless trigger and a flash that I bring in case I want to use it. It just depends on the shot. For home walkthroughs, I will use my iPhone and a DJI gimbal. And if I have the real estate agents talk on camera at all, I have some lavalier mics that I use for that. For interior design, this is pretty similar to what I use for real estate. I will have my camera, my 24-70, and I forgot to mention my tripod. I use that for real estate and interior design. And I keep that pretty straightforward and simple. If the space is too tight, I might find that I want to use my 16mm, but that's probably not gonna happen. It's pretty rare that I would do that. With interior design, you want a lot more compression. I also prefer natural light for these, so it's pretty unlikely that I'm gonna use a flash on these shoots. So let's talk about portraits. For that, I'm gonna use my 24-70 for literally everything. Families, seniors, newborns, you name it, that's what I'm gonna use. When I'm busy doing lots of portrait sessions, my 24-70 lives on my camera and I go everywhere with that thing, and it's super easy to have the decision made, like I am not gonna use different lenses, I'm just gonna use this one lens and we're gonna go. All I need is a battery and my memory card that's empty, that's it, and then we're made the shape. Okay, so the piece of gear that I wish I could get this year, and I don't know if I will, is the 70-200 RF. I'm currently shooting with the 70-200, that is for the EF, so I have to shoot with the adapter with this mirrorless camera that I'm using, and it just doesn't work as well, and it's heavy and clunky and huge, and so I just really want that other lens, but I don't know if it's gonna happen, and it's okay. I can wait. It just would be so lovely to have. My bag of choice for all of this gear, and sometimes I do carry all of it, is my Wondered Provoke Light. It might actually be the Provoke, I don't know, I got it used and someone said it's the Provoke and not the Provoke Light, I don't really know. But either way, I love this bag, it's awesome, I can't recommend it enough. So there you go, that's my 2025 camera gear lineup. It's pretty simple, it's not too complicated, but it does mean I have a heavy bag sometimes, but that's okay. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so you can see more of this content. And as always, comment so I get a better idea of what you like and just to keep the conversation going or get it started. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day.